Welcome back, drama lovers! Today, we're talking about The Fiery Priest Season 2, a highly anticipated sequel to the comedy crime thriller that took fans by storm back in Season 1. But as much as I enjoyed the new season, I still think the first one remains the best. Let's dive into the details, comparing both seasons and exploring what makes each of them unique. As Season 1 of The Fiery Priest had everything a great drama needs: an intriguing plot, high stakes, unforgettable characters, and a beautiful mix of comedy and action. Father Kim Hae-il, played by Nam-gil, was a character that viewers instantly connected with. His fiery, no-nonsense attitude combined with his moral compass and vulnerability made him a standout. The series explored corruption and mystery in a deeply engaging way, while the comedy always felt organic. It was never forced. Rather, it elevated the story. The moments of humor were perfectly timed, offering relief without disrupting the emotional impact of the more intense scenes. The balance between crime and comedy was what made Season 1 so special. When Season 2 dropped, expectations were sky high, and while it delivered in many ways, it didn't quite live up to the standard set by the first season. The major plot, Father Hae-il uncovering a drug cartel in Busan, had all the makings of a compelling story, but the pacing and execution didn't feel as tight. The comedy, while still enjoyable, sometimes became too much, almost overshadowing the main plot. The moments of absurdity, though funny, felt a bit forced at times, and the chaotic energy that was part of the charm of Season 1 turned into something that felt a little too over the top. And while I definitely had fun watching it, I couldn't shake the feeling that Season 2 was trying too hard to maintain the same energy. The humor in Season 2 sometimes detracted from the narrative, whereas in Season 1 it was integrated seamlessly. The blend of drama and comedy in Season 1 felt natural, whereas in Season 2, the comedy sometimes felt like it was taking center stage, pushing the more dramatic moments into the background. Another significant difference between the two seasons is the blatant product placement in Season 2. In the first season, product placements were subtle and didn't distract from the story. However, in Season 2, they were hard to miss and at times took me out of the experience. I understand that product placements are part of the industry, but they shouldn't feel as obvious as they do here. It's a small detail, but it affects the overall immersion, and I think it was something that Season 1 did better. The comedy, while still fun at times, leaned a little too much into absurdity. The show certainly didn't lack humor, but some of it felt a little too excessive. It was like they tried to stretch the comedic elements to maintain the same level of absurdity, but it felt more forced than in Season 1, where humor had a perfect balance with the plot. Season 1 had its fair share of funny moments, but they were earned and never detracted from the core of the story. Let's talk about the finale. This is where I really felt a difference. While the ending of Season 1 was intense and left me with a sense of fulfillment, the Season 2 finale left me with a sense of something's missing. The resolution to the central conflict felt rushed. The bad guys, though interesting, didn't get the same level of payoff as in the first season. I'm not looking for a perfect ending, but the way Season 2 wrapped things up felt like it needed just a little more weight. The final episode seemed unnecessarily long, and while there were a few exciting moments, I didn't get the satisfaction I was hoping for. The tension that had been building throughout the season didn't come to a satisfying conclusion, leaving me with an underwhelming feeling. One of the strongest points of both seasons is the cast. Nam-gil continues to shine as Father Hae-il, bringing his unique blend of humor and intensity to the role. The chemistry between him and Honey Lee is still great, and their character's dynamic adds depth to the show. The addition of BB was a pleasant surprise, and she brought something fresh to the cast, showing a new side to her acting. However, even though the performances were solid, I couldn't shake the feeling that something was missing. The magic of Season 1, where every moment felt engaging, was harder to capture this time around. The cast was doing their best, but the show's overall energy wasn't as captivating. The over-the-top humor sometimes took away from the characters' depth, and while I still liked the cast, I just couldn't connect with them in the same way as I did in Season 1. In the end, while I did enjoy The Fiery Priest Season 2, it's hard to ignore the fact that Season 1 set the bar so high. Season 2 tried to keep the momentum going, but in doing so, it lost some of the grounded charm that made the first season so memorable. The forced humor, the over-the-top comedy, and the product placements all detracted from what could have been a more well-rounded sequel. What do you think? Did you enjoy Season 2 more than Season 1? Or do you agree that the first season still holds a special place in your heart? Drop your thoughts in the comments below.